Hello, folks. It is time for yet another stream from the Dreaming Flame. Today again, we're going to be playing Final Fantasy IX, as we've changed the stream schedule a little bit, so hopefully everybody enjoys. First things first, though, just make sure everything's working as it should. I promise it will not take long, or at least it shouldn't. Alright, perfect. So, let's, I'm gonna presume everything's gonna work eventually. I'll get a notification on the chat there when, things start working the way they should. So let's just get right on it, shall we? Okay, there we are. Perfect. Alright, so last we left things off, we fought the first Black Waltz, went through the ice cavern, made it out of Evil Forest, so aptly titled, and now we're just trying to get to where we originally headed to, a place called Limblum. But on the way, we're going to run into the next Black Waltz, and Vivi's gonna get some interesting character development. Should have everybody equipped. Do I even have that as an option right now? No, I do not. Alright, and that should be it. There it is. Perfecto! Alright. So that went out on Discord. And hopefully people come in from all over. Alrighty. Yeah, there is. Something is afoot. And they say chivalry is dead. These books suck. Sure, why not? And try one for 10. For 10 gold, or gil, or whatever. I got a trophy for that too. Alright. Alright. Oh yeah, shop was already there. Yes, you did. But you don't see one. So I wonder where it must be. Just a second, folks. Turns out my glasses are not quite so clean as I thought. There, that's a little better. Okay. That was a little weird. So I gotta remember to come back up there once this town is properly dealt with. Okay, that's right. I gotta go out and talk to that, or do I yet? Oh yeah, there we go. There's... I knew there was got a way underground. Or... is there? Huh. Looks like instruments for measuring the wind. So talking to this guy didn't really help much. I got 135 gil out of it. Congratulations. Alright. What? No. Dolly is right here. We about to have another hang up? So I feel like we might. Yeah, he is. But I need that key. Is this just gonna become like regular trend where I have one stream of this game where I'm like insanely just plowing through it, and then another stream where I'm just stumped? Yeah. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I just lost most of the kill that I got from that little side trip. Oh, that did not go well. Oh well. And it's just a matter of how. I can't come inside, can I? Well then. Oh, was it really that? Well, okay. Oh, it sure does have a connection to Alexandria Castle. We're about to find out why. There's some chests up in the top there. Let's see if I can reach those. Well, that was easy enough. All that for a potion? I get the feeling I probably should have went and got. Oh, never mind. Thought that other chest would have blocked my way. Thank goodness it didn't. Ethers are kind of important. A small frickin' mint and iron helms, jeez. Let's get it open. Oh, Vivi, you can't look back after this. Can we just knock it over? No, it's missed. Pretty sure this is the one area in the dungeon where we can get in on some random enemies. Hey Starberry, thank you for tuning in. Love you. Jesus, that took forever. May need to pump up the battle speed a little bit, I think. Well, yeah, if it's missed... Huh, interesting. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna... Can we just sort? Yeah, there we go. What am I looking for? Settings, right. So let's go to settings. Well, we cannot really change the battle speed too much. It's 3 increments. Slow, medium, or fast. Let's see, how fast works. Ooh, I can change the window color too. I do like the classic. Why was vibration turned off? And then I guess there's... Okay, so there's not just in the pause menu cheats, there's in the config, you can permanently set all kinds of other cheats. Holy moly, they want you to really experience this game, or at least the story of this game. It's kind of ridiculous a little bit, I think. So this area is collecting mist from outside, I guess? That's what it looks like. Ooh, another chest. I didn't even see that one. I was just gonna try and inspect the machine. So beyond being in this area, I don't think they really expound too much on how and why that machine's there. I think it was just kind of like they expand on what it does and just kind of leave it at that. And I won't spoil it too much right now, but we'll figure it out together. I mean, I already know, but... Oh no! Oh no! How much are they taking? That's not terrible, I guess. God, even on fast battle speed, I feel like commands are carried out at the same speed regardless. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, just the ATB meter fills differently. So yes, this is one of the only areas in this section where you can pick up random encounters, I believe. Ooh, what do? Okay. Okay. Nice. Nothing for you. Alright. So our idea here is to just kind of grind out maybe a couple of levels, because basically it's this dungeon, you get this opportunity to level, and then it's right into the next Black Waltz fight, which if you don't do this, it's kind of a struggle. My main intent here is to try and why did I not select defend? Oh, whatever. My main intent here is not only to knock out a couple of levels, but to get Dagger's protectability, which is we're gaining AP for right now. That's my main thing. While we're doing that, maybe I can talk about this game a little bit. At least as far as my perspective is concerned, I had been a fan of the series for quite some time. I picked up on the train a little bit late as far as the very first game was concerned. That was mostly because we'd spent most of our time renting Super Mario 3 from the local rental place when I was, oh goodness, the first house I remember living in. And we played the hell out of that game. But one weekend I had decided, I think it was one weekend I got a choice of a game to play. Or to rent, rather. And that game happened to be the first Final Fantasy. Because I believe I chose that out of... Oh goodness, I think I saw an article or a thing about it in Nintendo Power, which was also a thing way back in the day. And I was like, man, this looks really cool, so I'll give it a shot, because I gotten Legend of Zelda vibes, and I gotten vibes from Dragon Warrior, both of which were games that I enjoyed kind of casually. I never really took them seriously. My brother was more about Legend of Zelda than I was, the first one. After getting caught in the Lost Woods a few times, I really didn't stick it out for Legend of Zelda, to be honest. But I thought, well, okay, my brother hasn't really gotten to Final Fantasy first, and it seems to be a fairly popular game, so I will give it a crack, and I'll see what it's about. And I really enjoyed it. I loved it, until I got to a point where you get the canoe, and if you've ever played the first Final Fantasy, on the original NES at least, you're probably aware of a glitch that happens on roughly, I don't know what the percentage was like at that time, because gaming magazines weren't as open about problems with games back then as they are now. But if we're talking all of the copies that are available in physical cartridges now, roughly 20%. And it was a larger volume of the original version, but as you well know, multiple versions of a game, especially if it's super popular, come out over time. Anyways, roughly about 20% of existent physical cartridges are affected by a glitch that when you get the canoe, and if you haven't met a certain set of circumstances, aka like in-game triggers, if you know what those are, if you don't meet those circumstances, you can't progress through the story past a certain point. It's basically what ends up happening is an area that when you get the canoe, it was supposed to be impassable. So even if, let's say, you got the canoe earlier by, like, let's say a game genie or something like that, again, a thing that I didn't expect to be thinking about today, But if you ended up with the canoe past or before that point, you still couldn't get into the river that you needed to in order to progress through the game. Well, so the trigger that's responsible for allowing that specific piece of river to be passable once you get the canoe on certain cartridges or the certain version of the software, it just doesn't happen. That trigger doesn't happen. So in spite of the fact that you have the canoe, you just can't progress at all. And you're just stuck. You can't continue to play the game, and that basically is your death knell for that save. And whether or not this happened, from my recollection, I believe it was like entirely randomized. So you could go to a different save or start the game again, and you could possibly never run into that situation. But in future versions of the game, it just never happened at all. They seem to have fixed it. So let it be known that as a result, and again, my gaming knowledge was limited back then, so I didn't understand what I was doing wrong. I thought it was something I was doing wrong, right? And I got frustrated with Final Fantasy. I got extremely frustrated, and I vowed to never pick up the game again, and I never ended up beating it for a very long time. Fast forward to Final Fantasy II, which was actually Final Fantasy IV, as several people know. Was released over here as Final Fantasy II because it was the second Final Fantasy to make it to North American shores, but I ended up with a copy as a result of how I got my first Super Nintendo, which I believe was on a loan from, I want to say, a friend of one of my mom's. Well, my mom was dating somebody at the time, and his friend had a Super Nintendo that he would bring over at times to play a golf game with my mom's boyfriend, I believe. And at times he would just leave it there because I guess this guy didn't really get a whole lot of use out of the Super Nintendo, except for to play games with my mom's boyfriend. And me and my brother really dug it, so I guess in a effort to try and, seem real cool or something, they leave the console over at our place sometimes. Well, one of those games that they had as well was Final Fantasy II, and I dropped a lot of time on that game. I think at that time I'd pretty much forgotten my entire experience with the original Final Fantasy. I was aware of the title, and I was aware of the fact that I played the game, but I think I had forgotten at that time why I had stopped. And I'd given this new Final Fantasy a brand new lease on life, because I was like, well, okay, it's two separate games, right? And they were supposed to be unrelated. I believe I read something that said they were unrelated, so I'm like, okay, whatever. And it was amazing. Like, wonderful experience. I think I torn into it seriously one day because I was homesick from school or something along those lines, where I got to stay over or stay at home for the day, and I just parked my ass right in front of the television, and I just hammered out all the time on Final Fantasy 2 or /4, and I just connected with that game immediately. And since then, it's been like a lasting love with the game. By the time Final Fantasy 3/6 came around, my parents were divorced. I had ended up with my own Super Nintendo at that point. I had been deep in all kinds of Square RPGs at that point, I believe. and I believe I was anxiously awaiting Final Fantasy 3/6. However, I couldn't really buy my own games yet. I was not in a state where I could get the kind of money needed to purchase those games, because in spite of the fact that it was how many years in the past now, because I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy 3/6 was still mid to early 90s, so you're looking at a situation where you would have still had to have saved about 60 to 80 bucks depending on the release for a Super Nintendo game. And yeah, I did. As a kid who was like not in a position, like even if, let's say, I had like a paper delivery job or something along those lines, which I did off and on, I still didn't have the money to spend on video games. And how did I end up with my first copy? I think I got my first playthrough with, again, like a friend of a friend situation. It was a friend of my father's whose daughter was really into Final Fantasy, and I believe I played it while I was at their house, so I never actually borrowed it, I believe. And then I think my first copy that I actually had, I don't think I ever actually bought the SNES copy of Final Fantasy 3/6. The first copy I held was also borrowed. I think I kept it way over long, and I'm pretty sure I ended up returning it, but past that point, I believe 7 was the first copy that I had owned proper, and even then that was after I had borrowed it. Or no, did I borrow it? Oh, I'm not sure about that. I want to say I didn't. No, I played it at a friend's place. My dad was dating somebody. Her kids had a copy of Final Fantasy VII. We all played it together, so my friend and his brother and I all played that game fanatically. And I've been awaiting Final Fantasy VII for some time. By that point, I had played pretty much all the NES and Super Nintendo Final Fantasies through like emulation and stuff like that. And I was on the hype train big time for 7. And we all played it. I completed it. Oh wait, no, I didn't complete it with them because I think my dad stopped dating that person. And, well, the internet wasn't as big a thing, so I ended up discommunicating with them because we didn't have a lot of the same stuff going on. And I had bought the PC version of Final Fantasy VII after renting it like 30 times or something like that. And then I ended up being gifted Final Fantasy VIII by my now stepmother on release day, of all things. Remember calling her the day I got it, and it was kind of a big deal. And then Well, it was close to release day. I'm pretty sure I got it about a month after it was released. And then Final Fantasy IX, same deal. I'm pretty sure it was gifted for me as well, but it was a lot closer to release day. And yeah, ever since then, it's been more my thing. I'm pretty sure 10 and all the subsequent releases after that were on my dime. And here's on that happy note, Vivi's getting his bad news that I made a big deal about. These things that look like they were being egged up and hatched, they all look like Vivi. Why is that? And then they just kind of leave it at that. So there's the implication that those are possibly dolls, and Vivi might be one of them. Busy doing what? You look like you're really unimportant. I got important stuff to do. Yeah, once I started getting into Final Fantasy proper on my own terms, I feel like it really took off for me at that point. I think the only game that was really serious about and emotionally attached to was Final Fantasy 4/2. And I don't think any of the other Final Fantasies, like the SNES and NES Final Fantasies, really resonated with me as much. And I can tell you the exact moments that got me in 4 and in 6. But it wasn't until 7 where I was like absolutely from top to bottom all in. Oh, Steiner. At this point in the game, you're at best annoying, and at worst, you are just unbearable. Yeah, you did. Poke it. Is it clouded up yet? Yep, a little bit. Is it? Oh, phone's up here. Says that's probably gonna start raining again soon. Actually, it says pretty much any time now. Though it gives me also the general warning of rain will start, brief period of rain within the next 3 hours. It's pretty much like saying I'm going to throw a firecracker at you from a kilometer away, but I've got a really good arm, so it might hit you, and it might take a while to get there. I'm looking at the radar, and how is this? How is this that every big system that comes at us misses us entirely? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, there's literally... Actually, I'm not even sure if you guys will pick it up because this camera looks like junk, but think of it this way. We'll take a second here. We are this tiny little dot, and big system comes around this way, and it's literally like this huge honking thing. It separates and then goes right around us and then kind of joins back up back on the other side. I'm telling you, man, it seems strange and it sounds like I'm being really paranoid, but after it happening like 10 or more times in a year, it's strange, okay? That's all I'm saying. And here's the second Black Waltz. In quick succession. So the good thing to note from this is that, if I remember correctly, this also means that the Black Waltz won't attack. This one in particular won't attack Dagger. Oh, there it is. Alright, perfect. And this one won't let me do it across the entire party, so let's get Vivi. And I don't have Shell. Okay, that's good. I know I don't have Shell, but I'm pretty sure Shell doesn't come around for another little bit yet. So I just gotta kind of make do with what I have available. And if you don't know, for whatever reason, whereas Protect helps against physical attacks. Shell helps against... Oh, shit. Shell helps against magic attacks and probably would have helped with that. The timing on this is just backwards. Like, even though I've upped... Leather plate. Okay, that sounds good. Now we gotta do this again. I am our black Ooh, I'm a little bit frazzled. Black magic users should not be taking black magic hits so hard. There's no reason for it. Let's try this again. Is that it? They had to rebalance this. There's no way this game is really this easy to get through. There's no way. It wasn't a bandit Steiner. Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta fight that one again, don't we? Let's rest. Because we've got a couple of boss battles, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let's go back. And nobody at all is shaken by the fact that one of those dolls just rolled up on my business and tried to take me out. Everybody's just business as usual, guys. Okay. Oh yeah, we can't head out yet. We still got treasure chests to look at, don't we? Do we end up coming back here after that, the place is dismantled, I guess? So the first real story exposition here. And development into one of the main characters. Because we've already gotten a small bit of past on everybody. Steiner's a knight for the queen. Garnet/Dagger is the queen's daughter, so therefore a princess. Zidane was a part of a group of bandits trying to kidnap the queen's daughter, so on and so forth. So, you know, we have a little bit of everybody but Vivi. We cannot do anything with the mayor. Okay, so yeah, maybe we come back here. I'm pretty sure we do. So, no bigs at all. Let's make sure everybody is well equipped. Does he really need that steepled hat? No, he does not. Well, shit, fine. Alright, moving on. No, it's not. Uh-oh. And Zidane with a very Aladdin vibe right now. Do you trust me? You know, if Aladdin was like a complete womanizer. Like, he didn't even spend 2 seconds on that ladder before he planted his face right in her ass. Like, come on, man. Have some humility, will ya? Or, you know, some consideration to not push your face into somebody's ass. Come on, it's not like I did it on purpose. You could have waited 2 seconds for her to get up the ladder. That is the thing you could have done. What do you expect, Zidane? Water, wow, I could, again, little bit spacey. I'm not even gonna try and say the word, because I don't have it. Well, I mean, after all that, thanks. Oh, dude. Oh boy. It's your mom. Oh, I forgot little tiny bits like this. It looks like it's a treasure chest, but it's actually part of the ship. They could have just not done anything about it and just not made it so you couldn't, or that you could interact with it, but instead they allow you to interact with it and just say, yeah, this isn't what you thought it was, dummy. Yeah, you dingus. Or is that the third black waltz? Well, that might be the third. Yep, so that is number 3. I always thought the black waltzes were kind of cool and really should have had a larger role in this game. Or it should have been like a larger line of soldiers or something like that. Like, you know, there's a bunch of Black Waltz 1s or Black Waltz 2s or something like that. Okay, so I have to fight without dagger now. That's not cool. It's a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Oh, Vivi about to dumpster some poor suckers. I don't know how we're gonna do this without dagger. I really don't. I don't even remember this battle very much. I know that it happens, and I know what happens after, but I have no idea how I'm gonna get through this. Oh, buddy. I don't like that. Can you ease up on our friend there? Or am I gonna have to hurt you? Oh, you wanna bet? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ho, ho. Oh, yeah. Is that it? I hate saying that so much. I really do, because I feel like that's bringing difficulty on me. Like, there's gonna be something that comes up that's just gonna make me want to blow my brains out. Oh yeah. Oh, he's gonna try. Poor little traumatized Vivi. So cool. Uh-oh. We're just gonna head right on through. I don't think we see airships in the air like that, like, after this segment at all. Just to kind of imply, hey, look, loads of airships come through here. You'd think that, wouldn't you? that isn't quite what happens. Brilliant City, too bad I won't be able to see most of you. Oh boy. Oh. All right. Apologize, guys. I'm fading a little bit. It's been threatening to rain here for like the last maybe half an hour to an hour, and it just won't. And I can tell the air pressure is fluctuating in here like crazy, because my head is throbbing. And it sucks. Oh, did I finish my pop off? Oh, okay, I think I'm gonna grab one in a little bit. Soup du silence. That... what? Hey, there's another important character. Oh boy. Right, yeah, I'm gonna grab I'm gonna grab a pop. Be right back. Alright guys, I'll be right there. Not that anybody else is watching anyhow, but I just ran into something that I just reminded myself that maybe I should pick up again now that things have changed a little bit. In the meantime, to get some stuff started, I'm gonna throw on a candle, maybe some incense, get this place smelling nice. Maybe it'll help take my focus off of all the pressure my head is feeling. Alright. Oh, finally. I guess it seems this one burned all the way. Usually they don't. Well, how about that? Alright. That isn't perfect. Now, let's see if this works. Doubt it, but we shall see. There we go. Let's see if we can get this closed without disturbing it too much. Beautiful. Alright. That should do the trick. Oh, alright. Let's see here. I apologize for the wait, guys. Would have something for you to listen to and to watch, but PS4, right? You think with all the stuff that PS4 comes with and all the graphical capability, I mean, I'm grateful that the PlayStation 4 can stream to begin with at all, natively. Like, I'm super grateful for that, don't get me wrong. But the systems have the power to add a little bit more than just black space and text. Like, I feel like as far as the quality of life stuff for streaming really could be more, and it's just not. I think that's really kind of a poo-poo on Sony's part, but I love your bathroom talk. Poo-poo, wee-wee. So now we find out the truth. Tantalus, who Zidane belongs to, was sent there by Regent Sid. And also that those golems or dolls are actually black mages. They were created by Queen Braun. So if the implication made is what I think it is, the next step would be to attack Lindblum's airship army. Or airship fleet, rather. Uh, not quite. I don't think. Synthesis. Okay, this one I might need a little bit of help with. I believe that's like a crafting system. But I'd rather get a refresher. In addition to regular shops where you can buy and sell items, there are synthesis shops where you can synthesize items to create items. All you need are 2 items to serve as the base and a few gil to cover labor. The items you need and the amount of money you pay vary for each synthesized item. Here are some examples. Okay. Don't think I have 2 mage mashers, which is sad, but because I remember that being like a really good weapon. And then the desert boots, leather hat, leather shirt, 300 gil. Okay. Long ago I heard rumors that there's a legendary synthesist who can create the best items. I don't know where he lives or what he looks like, but I'm gonna put it on your radar so that way you spend all kinds of unnecessary time looking for it. Because if you didn't have the strategy guide back in those days, you were up the fucking creek. Actually, the internet was very certainly around at this point. Alright, I do not need to use a tent at this point. I'm in a freaking inn. Already things are starting to feel a little bit better in here. Alright, nothing else going on here. I didn't realize the innkeepers in this game up to this point were so superstitious. You know, considering the character that Steiner is, he is constantly getting dunked on. Like, just constantly. Uh, that's just a kid, right? I could dumpster them in a game of cards, right? Right? No, I cannot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no. She probably gonna kick my butt. Oh. That isn't fair. That isn't fair at all. Ugh. Okay. I can at least take that one. Oh. That was actually close. Do I have a micro USB kicking around? I think I do. There's a little bit of a sidebar here. It's part of what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I think that'll work. Or one of the things I was vaguely talking about. I just hope I, doesn't block the camera at all. Sure it won't, but let's be positive, shall we? Is that in all the way? There we go. Is that in the camera's way? No? Okay, sweet. Oh, Vivi. I may have to clip that. Vivi, can we have some context with this delicious meme? No, it's just this nut smells deliciously good. Is this food? It looks good. Oh, your grandpa used to make sesame seed buns? Or just sesame buns? Okay. There's your context. Vivi, you may have wanted to stick around for that. Oh, hello. I have no idea where I'm going, Crimmit. Let's try and stay in this section and see where it can get me first. I was thinking of getting this, but it's absolutely terrible, and I don't know why I get it. Oh, it's a shop? No, just a fish shack. That was a lot harder to say than I thought it'd be. Oh, yeah? I think I have to chase these guys around as they go from shop to shop. And I think one of them gets me something. Ha 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 ha. I see what you did there. I remember a guy with spiky hair who carried something like this. I mean, yes, the trope is it could have been any number of protagonists, but I'm pretty sure that's a Buster Sword reference. Pretty sure. Guess we will never know. Oh, you could just buy them. Alright. How many do I have? I have one already. And there's a synthesis shop somewhere around here. So that means... that... Oh, Kina's weapon is here. I think she already comes equipped with... I don't even think it's a she, is it? Like an androgynous just kind of thing. Okay, we've got something for Steiner there. We already got some of those. We can use one more. We already got one of those too. Can I equip everybody? No, I cannot. Speaking of tropes, if there's a trope that I hate, is that if the party member is not going to leave your party, like permanently, or at least like long term, don't take him out of the party, please. Like, don't make it impossible for me to equip them. I understand that this is a trope and that's supposed to be a limitation in case, you know, you end up in like story related battles that are meant to be challenging and stuff, but I just aggravation, emotional damage. Oh, is this the synthesis shop? I hope so. Cause that can get me some of that ogre. Yes. Ooh. 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 Which one's better? Shit. Well, this one's worth more money, but I could get an ability with them. Oh, shit. Alright, I gotta go and buy some stuff. What do I need? Where's the steeple hat? Can I do multiple of that shit? That's worth 1,000. Doesn't give me the stats on it either, which is kind of a piss off. It doesn't tell me the... it would if it was just a regular shop, I bet. Ugh. Okay. We're gonna have to do some stuff. So... Here's the first quandary of this game. So, as you may have picked up through watching me play this, you can equip abilities that you get from different bits of armor and weapons that you pick up throughout the game. Kind of like other Final Fantasy titles. You need to earn AP, which are ability points, while your pieces of armor and such are equipped in order to permanently earn the ability. So as you might understand, you're looking at this and going, well... that's not so bad. Well, you don't earn AP like crazy. And as you're seeing here, I have a whole bunch of abilities that I don't have completely, earned. And because you want to progress through the game, you end up limiting yourself, because now it's a management between earning abilities and making yourself well equipped, so that way you can progress through the game. And I don't like the idea of having to equip a mediocre weapon to make things better for me. It almost feels like padding, and I don't like it. Okay, I need another mage masher. And then I need to sell some stuff, I think. What about elixir? Yeah, you're doing the right thing. So I want to find out what that one item does, that glass thing that I needed the armlet for. That gave me zero idea. I know what I'm in for with these guys. I am not with this. It's probably the first accessory I've come across so far. And I need 700, so I need 400 more gold in order to get the ogre. That's like first and foremost. I don't even think this increases my... I'm sorry, what? Okay. It does increase my damage output. The good thing about some of the ability earning is that those abilities aren't locked to just one piece of equipment. Some pieces of equipment will have abilities that you garnered or put points towards in other pieces of equipment, so you can continue where you left off, but that's not always the case. Allows back attack. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I guess we'll try the ability on and see what's going on. I need to go back to the shop and sell some stuff, because there's not really a place around here where I can just grind out some cash. Actually, speaking of, can I... Yeah, I can wait a little bit before... So we are almost at the end of our stream here, folks. That was easy. Yeah, no, actually, I probably shouldn't. So let's go and do this bit of equipment. I gotta go to the washroom real quick. Okay, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, folks. And for those of you who are probably watching on YouTube, you can probably just... Well, not probably. You can just skip through this, so... Sorry, not sorry, I guess. Alright, so let's get to it. Now I could just go ahead and equip him with the ogre. Yeah, Soul Blade sounds really cool, so let's get right to that, shall we? Let's get that out. Oh, it's auto equips. Draws out the hidden power in Thief Swords. I guess we'll find out what that means soon enough. Alright. Now I'm pretty sure that ability right there, I think that's limited to that particular piece of equipment. So if I were to, if this was like somehow, like, I don't want to say locked in, but if that's the only way you can get the ogre, and I'm pretty sure it is, you're pretty much stuck. Like if you don't get it here and you move on from the ogre, or worse yet, you sell it. Oh, never mind. We can grind it out. Alright, so let's do some battling while we're here. Oh. Oh no. Those don't look good. Oh, and I'm alone. I forgot. I don't have a party, Crimit. I may end up dead. Or not. Alright. These guys just look worse than they are. I can deal with that. Oh. Zidane putting up the big numbers. Not if he's sleeping. Alright. And is that a one hit too? Oh, 500. Jesus, Zidane. Not skipping leg day, that's for sure. Let's just, in case we pick up another battle on the way back, let's just go ahead and get Zidane. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. Make sure that he's healed up a little bit, because those bits of, not the fire, but the physical attacks, they think they were about 90 to 100, somewhere in there. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Oh, he about to go trance, ain't he? Alright. We've got a couple of turns, so let's, yeah, let's try and get one steal off at least. Oh. Oh, is this one of the Final Fantasies where potions heal more in battle than they do out of battle? I think so, but not by much by the looks of things. Was that gonna put him to sleep? Son of a bitch. It's a waste of trance. Bye. 1,500. Oh man. Alright. Zidane is not fucking around. Let's, lay down, kitty. Say hello to the internet, owl. Alright, back in Lindblom. Okay, lady, that's great that you come here for shopping and that there's so many more shops here, but I think that's just by virtue of the fact that this place is probably 10 times larger than your hometown, so, you know. Oh yeah, I just can go right on, can't I? Let's check the other places out first. Let's see what everybody's up to. So they've made allusions to it. I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't played Final Fantasy IX all the way through. But what I'm about to drop is really just kind of lore as far as everybody in the world understands it. And that's why they've been so kind of laissez-faire about it. I think that's the expression. The truth of the matter is that about Mist. And Mist is just everywhere. Sometimes it's thick, sometimes it's not. It's kind of like this game's version of Fog. Except for where the mist is present, there are also monsters. They just kind of are there. And there's no real explanation other than the fact that where mist is, there's monsters. It's just a thing. And they don't seem to... It's not like a habitation thing where the monsters can only survive where the mist is, or they subsist on mist. It's really just a matter of they're there because of the mist. Where the mist goes, so do the monsters. And for some reason in this game, and again, this is something that is explained later on, I believe, but a lot of what this game considers high-end technology also runs on Mist. So there's something about Mist that is supernatural or magical in nature. And Mr. Regent Sid here has devised of a way to just use the steam engine. And anybody who knows anything about the history of engines understands how a steam engine works. Okay, I'll stop. There, I think I need to have gone into here in order to progress the story. Because this is Tantalus's headquarters, if I'm not mistaken. Because it's under the impression at this point for Zidane and company that this is where everybody kind of splits ways. Like, Zidane really has no... Like, he isn't urged to follow Dagger at this point. I mean, he wants to, but she's the princess, and Regent Sid has, stuff for her to do, and it's all royal stuff, and he's just a guy. Oh, I have to clean my glasses again, don't I? Yep. So a lot of people were in on it. All right. And there we go. Now he has a little bit of direction. Well, that sucked. Come on, kitty. Let me wipe your nose. Gonna lay here and not expect me to take care of you? Come on now. Well, yeeks. Is Zidane jealous? Oh, this is rich. Super tough being popular, apparently. Okay, we already talked about that. Can I go up here? Nope. Alright, let's go to the station. That guy, poor guy, is probably itching to get the hell out of Dodge. Okay, maybe not. Whatevs. Not that important. Check out the last section before we head off to the castle and see if we have enough time to go through that whole thing before we save again. No, this was the section I just came from, so industrial district is where I gotta go. Alright, there's the context. Put it in the back. Come on now. And it's probably good for me to get a little bit intimate with these settings, because when I go through and do the Festival of the Hunt, I gotta check these places out as much as possible, because I rank based on how many monsters I kill. Ooh. Okay. Kitty cat on the bed, just chilling. Steam engine running the house, looks like. So looks like the technology is not really being hoarded by the Regency, which is a good thing. It's nice to see. No, I want to talk to the bartender. He's not going to talk to me, is he? That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Perhaps she does. Did you ever think about asking her? Alright, I think we're pretty much set. Can we go down here at all? Nope. Just a chest. Or no, just a thing on the ground. Just 3 cool guys looking at a thing in a bag. 10 points if you get that reference. And aren't Starberry. Because I know she'll get that one. Is it raining yet? Well, it looks like it's going to, but it might narrowly miss us. So I'm looking like northwest, I think. And it is pretty much there. Like, oh yeah, the headaches are starting again. Oh, my ears are popping a little too. That is just delicious. Just like last night, the sarcasm is there. You can't see it, but it's there. Alright. I'll find another way. Don't tempt me. Another restricted area. This place looks nice. I mean, it is a castle after all, but, I mean... Oh! Oh, buddy. Oh, there's one of them glass armlets that I needed from before. Actually, that reminds me. I didn't equip it, did I? Okay, so it gives me antibody and add status and thunder. Thunder can only be used by Vivi, so that might be pertinent for him to have. Add status to be nice with some weapons. What does antibody do? Prevents poison and venom, that's nice. Might be even nicer in the upcoming festival, which might be why it's here. No, we're gonna cancel, and looks like just in time. Alright. So, for those of you who can't check out my YouTube channel for some reason, or you just don't wanna go outside of Twitch for some reason, now is probably a good time for me to check things out here. But yeah, I did a status of the Dreaming Flame video today, and I'll bring you guys up to speed. So as you noticed today, I'm playing Final Fantasy IX as opposed to F1 2020. That is entirely by design. It's because F1 is on summer break, and I did F1 on Mondays to talk about the previous Sunday's race. As we're on summer break right now, there's really no point in talking about a race that didn't happen. Not to mention that really at this point, F1, there's not a whole lot to discuss outside of like general announcements. There's a little bit of drama surrounding a couple of the racing teams and some of their how to put it, they're less than less than ethical choices in regards to how they've handled drivers' contracts, but outside of that, really not much has happened. Lewis Hamilton is catching up in the rankings because he's getting on the podium more. Ferrari's pit crews just turning into entire strategies are just turning into a garbage fire. You know, Max Verstappen is increasing his points lead as time goes on. There's nothing like that. That it pretty much encompasses everything that's been happening in like the last 4 to 5 races, pretty much outside of the normal F1 drama, which is usually people arguing over who's better, Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton, which honestly is a misnomer. I mean, at this point, the quality of the arguments are just lessening and lessening as time goes on. Then so on Wednesday, we're switching things up as well. Same thing with the NHL. So there's not a whole lot to talk about. The off season is the off season. You have the draft, you have NHL free agency opening up, and then once free agency kind of calms down, things start rolling off. The announcements and the big news are fewer and farther between. There becomes less and less to talk about, and the whole point of the Wednesday arrangement was to give me a chance to talk on stream about hockey happenings, and that the season is not coming in proper, or at least preseason, until like late September, early October, something along those lines. So okay, I need to get off. And those were the big things that were off. Right now, the big thing in tech, and will be the big thing in tech for quite some time, as far as PC and computer stuff is concerned, right now is things opening up for certain chipsets. The big one being GPUs, mostly because certain materials are becoming cheaper. I don't know if that's because they're being found more like somebody tapped into a larger vein or something like that isn't being controlled by like drug lords or something, or a cartel. And crypto mining is becoming less and less of a thing because more and more of the cryptocurrencies are crashing. So GPUs are becoming more and more accessible. Is it raining right now? Yes, it is. Yes. Sweet. Right on time. So more cryptocurrencies are crashing. NFTs really aren't a thing that concerns the whole bit, but cryptocurrency most certainly is. And people are stepping off of cryptocurrency. So that means a lot of these cards that were less in demand because of the fact that people aren't mining cryptocurrencies as much, they're becoming more accessible. They're becoming cheaper. So that's the big thing that everybody in PC and PC building world are focusing on. Everything else is just kind of random. Their CPU building is becoming more complicated. That's always cool to look into because I like the infrastructure. I like learning about how things work computer wise. So that's cool. Is it getting worse? Oh yes, it is almost raining sideways. I love it. So yeah, I mean, it's a big deal there, but again, announcements and big news are few and far between. So talking about it while on stream is kind of a moot point here. So I don't really need to have a dedicated day for it. So I've shuffled things around to have my Final Fantasy IX stream on Monday as opposed to Sunday. My Fridays will still remain Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, and will be a theme day. So I'll pick a franchise and I'll play several games from it on there until either I'm tired of them or I beat all of them. Wednesday's going to be Rocket League, I believe I set it for, and then Sunday is going to be Magic Arena, and then the idea is to be that I'm going to test a few things out and see either on off days or also stream days during the night. I'm going to open up party games and things like that to try and engage the community to see if that helps with things. I do have Use Your Words on my PS4 here, and I believe I have a few other party games on here as well, so I'll give it a shot. We'll see how that works. No set days for that, but I will put announcements on my Discord, and we'll see if and how that works, if it does at all. We'll see. But yeah, actually, I want to try something really quickly here, because I've not been getting... Okay, so Nightbot just isn't doing the timing thing at all. That's fantastic. Whatever. Anyways, I will be engaging on Discord with that, so if you want to check out any of that stuff, be sure to follow the link for my Discord. If you're checking that on my VOD, I believe I have a link in my About or my profile. If I don't, feel free to check my YouTube channel, which is also The Dreaming Flame, and you'll be able to see the Discord link on any of my videos. You can follow it through there. And if you're watching on YouTube, well, I just told you how to do it. That just about covers it. Writing will change, of course, for the same reasons. I'll probably be pumping out more in the way of reviews. I'm going to try and focus on doing video reviews as well. You know, like little snippets, stuff where I can do reviews on content or different pieces of media that I come across that I don't really have 1,000 to 1,500 words in me for, but I still want to put something out. There's that. Focus on music more, things like that. I'm probably going to do Discord streams for my music stuff, since YouTube nor Twitch really like them very much, though YouTube absolutely hates them. Twitch is just more annoyed. So I might just take that to Discord and keep that there for the time being if anybody's interested in watching me do music stuff. I think that about covers it. So I've been working more with graphic design stuff thanks to a couple of programs that I've been using that are different, that are off the beaten path, but are, I guess, trendy. They put out some cool stuff, so I can't complain. It's just not the approach I ever pictured myself taking. So there's that. I might even get into some creative writing. I have a channel on my Discord for poetry and stuff like that, which I never thought I would see myself getting back into, but after watching a couple of things, I got inspired, decided to follow that, and I feel like I want to keep doing it. So that might be a thing. So yeah, you know, keep it tuned, locked here on Twitch, keep it locked in on YouTube if that's how you're following this, and you know, check me out on Discord if you want to hear about the latest updates and things like that. Like and subscribe if you can from wherever you're watching this if you like it and you want to see more. Otherwise, you know, just keep in touch and keep it locked in here if you want to see more of this or different streams that I will be doing. So thank you for tuning in, and you have yourselves a great day. TDF out.